Hello there, my name's Mark, and today I'm playing a game of Fantastic Battles. This is the second Blue Book edition, which does have siege rules in there. It's by Irregular Wars by Nic Wright. I do have a couple of Nic Wright's games. He's got another Fantastic Scuffles coming out in December, which is why I wanted to get this video out there. There's not that many Fantastic Battles games out there, but it does look good. I feel it is a lighter alternative to War Master, but also it has that cool make your own units, very much like Dragon Rampant. You've got a few base units, elite, formed, irregular, I think beasts, and such like that. And then you slap on traits to make them stronger. Another new unique thing is it uses base widths for measurements. So whatever base width you're playing on, that then becomes your measurement. So I'm playing on 2 centimeter base widths. So this is a 5 base widths, five base widths measuring tool. And the other cool thing is you could have one unit. I'm going to use another example. Let's use my knights. So that's one company. They are relatively free to move around in any direction without having to change face. However, as soon as I slap on another unit, their overall health and resistance gets better, basically doubles, for them to stick around on the battlefield and do their damage. But they now have to about face and move and wheel about rather than having that freedom of movement. And you can go up to four bases. There's only 2 configurations, a long line like that, or a conga line for moving around, and then you sort of move, but you get a bit more maneuverability in that you can wheel a bit. Otherwise, you've got this big monstrosity that has to wheel from a corner and such like that, and this one can only move 3 base widths or whatever the speed is. So I hope that is a very brief introduction. Hopefully you'll see it turn out as we play. You can see here is almost, I think, 600 points, 550 points ish of chaos high elves, and the high elves are defending a pass. So this is 20 base width, so it's a very small board because I'm playing with very small base widths. I'm playing with 10 millimeters on a 20 by 20 base width board, so that is basically 40 centimeters, about 18 inches, give or take, I think. So we're playing with impassable hills with a forest ridge that you can go into. But the chaos are cheeky. They brought another 500 point force. And as you can see, there's a gap in the hills here. While we're squabbling, they're going to be negotiating this pass. And there's a mechanic after each turn. We're going to roll off to see how far they advance. And eventually they're going to come on from this back edge. Now, I have played this before. And the first game, I squirreled the elves away at the back of the board, right at the back of the board there, and let the enemy come to me. And eventually time ticked over and I basically had 2 enemies. So on this game, I'm going to try and... I don't know if I want to do a rolling retreat or fire a few volleys and then get out of dodge into the forest and let the knights charge. The elves' aim is to survive 10 turns. And I got to about turn 5 or 6 last time. So I thought if I push the attack, I probably need to be halfway. I probably need to be... So I used to have these as a company, as one unit together. But now I'm thinking for that extra maneuverability, shoot and move without having to about face might be the way to go. So I've got elven archers. I've got a wizard. And in this game, the wizard comes with... They can choose up to 3 levels of spells. They can either take 3 level 1 spells. Basically, the level 1 spells are hardest to cast. I could go for a 3 spell and a 1 spell. So 1 spell that I can cast very, very easily, or more likely to go off. And 1 which might not, so it might not be less bothered by. Or I can go a 2 and a 1, or a 3, sorry. A 2 and a 1 and a 3. I've taken a magic item which lets me have another spell slot, so I can go for 2 2s on this wizard. Right, so archers, wizard. I've got a unit of Sea Guard. Now you may notice I've only got one model on there. I am working on making bases with sort of multiple models, especially with standards. And then I can play this with Dragon Rampant. I can play it with Fantastic Battles and hopefully Fantastic Scuffles, just playing with individuals, which is more individual unit rather than a mob of units. I've got some foresters, elven foresters here, so they can move about in the trees, I hope. This is my leader. Generally, my leaders are going to be on little rocks. The wizard isn't, but that's what I'm trying to do. A group of heavy elite cavalry, silver helms, and finally another group of Sea Guard. Chaos, let's just come down. We've got some chaos cultists. We have a wizard. Haven't decided the spells yet, better think of that. A captain. A group of beastmen. A group of sworn men, I guess, heavy cultists. A group of spitting demons, and an elite group of knights. So no individual companies here. Actually, no, we've got one individual company there, and the rest are all groups. So they'll have to do that wheeling. How low can I go? So the first thing you do in the game is you roll for mishaps. After you've deployed, you see if your army turned up where they're supposed to be. So I'm going to do chaos first because that's probably slightly easier. So let's start with the knights. So you roll 2d6, and you get +1 if there's a character attached, which I don't think I have. I've got my characters here, a captain here. I could attach the captain to someone maybe. Yeah, the captain's going to be on the cultists, and the wizard is going to... So it doesn't really matter where your captain stands. He can just attach anywhere. I'm going to rearrange these beastmen so they are a group. Put my wizard slightly here. I might as well attach my wizard to these little cultists. My captain is going to stay commanding everything. He can command things within 3 base widths. It's more like a command and control game. It's a bit more controlled than the Chaos of Dragon Rampant. So we rolled 2d6, and we had +1 if we got a character to charge, +1 if we're reliable, and -1 if we're unreliable. I don't think we got reliable or unreliable anywhere in these two armies. And I do have these two. I managed to fit a lot of the rules onto almost 4 card types. So these are all the chaos units I could have chosen. These are all the elves I could have chosen. I'll keep them off the camera though, because they've just got glare. So chaos knights, do you arrive where you're meant to be? 4, 5, 6, 7. 7+, they arrive where they're meant to be. Sworn men. 4, 5, 6. Mishap. That is a late arrive 1d3 +1 backwards. Now, I think they're just going to bounce into the unit behind them. I don't think they can get it, because we literally only have 2 base widths of deployment on this game. So they might not be too badly affected. Spitters behind them. Pass, over 7. The beast men, over 7, pass. The cultists with the captain attached. 4, 5, 6, 7. They want to be here for this fight. And the cultists with the wizard attached. So everyone but the sworn men arrived on time. Now, I could have been diseased and taken -1 damage, or I could have fled off the table and not turned up. Basically lose a bit of damage, or if I'm a group, I lose one of my bases, which is pretty nasty. Let's do the same for the elves. Are they reliable, any of the elves? No, I'm not bought reliable. So let's do the archers first. 4. That is diseased. Ooh, I got diseased elves. So they start with is it 1 or 2? -1 resolve, so I'm just going to use a blue dice to mark that. The wizard, for 5. He's enthusiastic. 1d3 +1 base width forward. 1 1d3, so that is 2 plus 1, that's 3 base widths forward. What are you doing? I hope he's not in range of anyone. I think the knights can move 4. And the beastmen, where are you, irregular beastmen? Chaos knights, harpies, peasants, cultist beastmen, 3. Whoa, that was lucky. The Sea Guard next to the wizard, they're happy where they are. The foresters next to them, happy where they are. Generalissimo, 4, 5, 6, 7, happy. Silverhelms, 4. What have these elves been up to? Another set of diseased. I reckon it's the corruption of the chaos coming over. Maybe the wizards cast a spell and we've all becoming a little bit malaised. And the Sea Guard units, they are very happy to be there. Okay. And that is it, I think. We then kick off the battle with a shooting phase. And, the cast spell is in the action phase, so he can't cast anything. Does he have any ranged? No, he doesn't, not by default. And spells he's going to cast then. I need to choose the spells he's going to cast. So I want him to have Bless, and I want him to have Target Cannot Move might be useful. Not going to be Summoning. Prophecy is nice. Missile. I'm going to give him Missile. So he's got Bless, so he's going to heal, and he's going to shoot. And that's lucky, because now we can use him in the shooting phase. So I've got 2 dice. It basically gives me... what does that mean? Shooting dice in short range within 2 dice in long range. Okay, so he's got 2 dice in short and long, and he needs 4+ to hit. So I'm in long range because that is 3 to 5. So his enthusiastic walk forward was very good. And he's going to shoot at... Who do I want to shoot at? I just want to check if they would have retreated through them. Do they injure each other as they do so? That might be a rule. We're going to ignore it for now. I think I'm going to go for easy units. Oh, no, this one gives them defense. Right, he's going to go for the Sworn Men. And that's why I roll into the cell safe I put here for a reason. Right, so he's got 1 4+, so he's done 1 damage to the Sworn Men. And the way it happens is you look at their resolve is 5. So basically each base brings 5 resolve, but they all stay together until it's all been removed. And if a unit flees, then they might cause resolve loss to people around them. So I need to take off 10 resolve before they die. Okay, and is there anyone? So that's the shooting done. So I don't think these guys have got any shooting. Did I give them? Let's just check. The knights don't shoot. Cultists can shoot, but only in short range. That's these guys. They've got like axes and spears. Beastmen don't shoot. These spells, they do, but they only do short range. So they can only do 2 base widths. And again, last time I had them up front, but they got shot before they got there. So now keeping them behind the Sworn Men, hoping they'll soak up the attacks. And then these have got quite a nasty attack, which I hope will do some damage. That's the shooting phase done. Then it's on to the action phase. On the action phase, it's bolt action like, so I'm going to use my bolt action dice. For each character in your army, you add a dice. So my Chaos has the General, a Mage, and a Captain. And they also get 1 extra dice for irregular units, people outside of command range. Same for the Elves. I've only got the Leader and the Mage. They don't have any Captains. So they have 3 dice. So I'll mix them up in a bag and pull one out. We've got Chaos acting first. So I choose a commander. If anyone was out of command range, which I don't think they are, they're attached, and they are within 3 base widths of the leader. So I can choose someone now. My Beastmen move 3, which we'd figured out wasn't enough. And I think I worked out earlier on, I did some measuring. I think we're going to get shot at no matter what. So there's no point worrying about being out of range. Have anyone got Forester? Beastmen? No, they've got Furious Charge, Reckless and War Beast, so that gives them extra dice, I think. So it doesn't really matter who goes first, other than who do I want to get pinned with arrows. Cult Warriors. It goes off the defense. These, like, a lot of them. Swarm Men have a 5+. So do I try the tactic? I think we're all going to be in line anyway. Let's try the tactic of the Sworn Men going first. I used to think that I'd put the weakest guys first, soften them up, then send the Sworn Men in. Yeah, let's keep with that. Let's keep with that rule. So we're going to go with Beastmen, movement 3. So basically, I'm going to give a command to my commander here, and he's going to move everyone in his base with. I don't need to worry about. I think I'm overthinking it. Now I can move the Sworn Men, Sworn Warriors. They move too. They're very slow. They can take their dice with them. My Knights move 4. But they don't want to get... They only move 3. My Spitters, Spitting Demons, move 4 as well. I'm going to hand my Knights back because I just don't want them to get shot at. My Spitters may... They should have been this way a bit because I wanted them to be able to see past. And they move 4 as well. So they're going to keep behind the Sworn Men, thinking that they're going to get shot at. And then once we can then release their short range. The commander himself moves 4. So I guess it always feels like they're running around on horses. So it doesn't matter really how you model them. So he's going to stay behind Sworn Men, shouting at them, go forward. And that's that. I think that's everyone in his command range. Technically, he probably could have commanded the wizard, but I'm not too sure. Let's just move on to another dice. Blue this time. So, commander. So they have moved into dice range of everyone. Let's just say, if I stayed back 1 base, but I think then I just get into the same pickle as soon as I get closer. But if we stay in line formation with them, as it's a new game, I just want to try this out. Just outside of range. No, just in range, I feel. I can literally put that down between them. I'm going to say not in range. They were 10. There were 2 forward. It's 10. It's a 10 distance. 2 forward. 10 distance. They moved 2 and 2. Yeah, they should be out of range, shouldn't they? They should be a base without a range, I think. Yeah, that's about right. It is a base without a range because I can place that down and it's a whole base width on. Okay, that's perfect. So if we move forward a base width, so everyone in front goes forward, 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 and forward. I think you lose a base width in the forest, but their foresters and probably ignore it. Then next turn, we've all got a shot. And then we can move back. This is our slow rolling retreat. We've got it. I think we sussed it. And we are still in base with command. Next turn, might as well maybe move forward one ourselves. And they were within, so we're going to come forward and forward. So we're still in 3 base widths. Everyone's moved. Remember your disease. Okay, red. So this is commanding either the wizard or the captain. Might as well be the captain, who can command the other unit anyway, and the wizard will go along with it. Right, captain, you are using... Where are you using? You're using Cult Warriors, movement 3. So same, we want to keep it a line. 1, 2, 3. Or now we know that they've moved forward. No, that means they will get shot. So I want the beastmen to get shot first. So just go base forward. And the wizard... What spells has the wizard got? I think he's going to have level 2 blink, because he wants to get people there faster. He wants to try and teleport people. And level 1 confusion. And all spells are again 5 base widths. So he is going to... He's going to move to this gap so he can probably see the other chappie there. He can disengage from this unit, and this unit can just move up. Okay, I think that's the chaos done, and technically all we need now, look for another dice. It's a blue, so it's the wizard. He definitely wants to move back. Double check his movement. A mage moves 4. All the characters move 4. So 1, 2, 3. How far back do you want to go? You want to be within 5 base widths. So you're going to join the line again. And now is it move or cast a spell? Well, let me just double check on that. So every character has been assigned. Because you shoot, then you get an action. Character actions: cast, move. You can only do 1. A character may move in any direction up to 4 base widths. A character may detach from a company at the start of its movement and attach to a different company at the end of its movement. So ideally you want a caster on a unit with a passenger trait, and then it can move and cast. It doesn't specifically say. A mage lord or a magic user may attempt to cast 1 spell during the action phase. A character may move in any direction up to 4 base widths. A character can detach. Characters and units. Give orders. Optional. I think I saw on a rules by the author, it was cast or move or shoot. And what did I say he's got? He's got confusion and blink. He's got teleport, invitation, and confusion. So next turn, he can teleport one of his friendly units, and then it might be able to charge. Okay, let's go. So we're going to put all the command tokens back in the bag. So that's... And change this to turn 2. One other thing. At the start of the turn, I can roll for bigger mishaps. So I'm going to say red is chaos, white is high elves, and we basically need to roll the matching numbers. So 3 and 1, no. Now, for the advancing of the other army in this particular scenario, if red is higher than... If chaos is higher than white for the high elves, then they make progress. 5 and 3, and they make progress. And I think it is turn... If that number gets to 6, so I'm going to have a progress dice. I'll use this grey one here. So they've made 2 progress so far. I'll probably pick this up and use it by accident, but let's try not to. It's just off camera. Let's try and... Can't quite get my turn counter on screen. I don't think it matters yet. Do we need to go higher, or do we like the lower elevation? We might need that elevation in a moment. Let me just check when they come in. Special rules. When the attacker's cumulative number reaches 6 or higher, the flanking force will march onto the table edge on the next turn. So it's already 2. That's shocking, but I might roll ones where we're higher then, and they don't move. Start the turn again. What did I do with the bag of tokens? Oh, we shoot first. And should we roll for if we get a double number and there's a mishap? 4 and 3, close. It looks ominous signs, but nothing bad's happening. I thought I'd forget to use this because it's on the wrong side of my table. Right. Shooting first, and we know there's going to be a lot of shooting. And we know that these guys only have a shooting range of 2, and then the elves have got a heck of a lot of shooting. But they're all going to be long range because none of them are in range 2, so they use their second value. So let's do the elven archers. They've got 3 and 3, and they go for defense. Do I go for the hefty or the weak ones? Let me just compare them. Swarm warriors have a defense of 5+. So with those 3 dice, I need to roll 5 pluses. The beastmen have a defense of 5+. Wow, beastmen are pretty cool. The beastmen have a berserk attack and might get there faster. Right, we're going to go for the beastmen. 3 dice at the beastmen. So we need 5 pluses. We've got 1. Simple as give them a dice to show how badly wounded they are. But the beastmen only have a resolve of 3, so where it's going to take 10 wounds to kill them, it's only going to take 6 to kill these. That's the difference. They are elites, so they're harder to kill. These are only a formed company, but they do some damage if they get there. They've got these reckless charge and war beasts traits. Okay, the Sea Guard. How good are they at shooting? Sea Guard, he only has 2 dice in range, so not as good as the archers because he can do a bit of melee as well. Again, 5+ is needed. Ooh, misses. And finally, the Foresters. Wild Rangers. Is that the right Wild Rangers? I think it is. 3 and 3. Fantastic. They've got poison. And they're skirmishers. They reroll 1s. They ignore movement mods in rough terrain. Fantastic. Skirmish. They can evade charges, so if they're charged, and they may move through friendly units and other units can pass through them. Okay. Reroll 1s, but 5+ is needed. Oh, what's that? We're not playing Yahtzee. So they miss. And our wizard has a shooting spell, and that was 2/2, needing 4 pluses because it's magic rather than 5 pluses. And that is a hit. So we've got 2 wounds on the beastmen. These guys don't shoot, so onto the action phase where we're drawing from the bag. Blue, the elves are going first this turn. Right, again, I know they might blink us, but we are out of range of even the 4 charges, so we're going to get shot at twice. So do we just stand our ground or should we move back slightly? Because we're all companies. I think I missed one of these companies out, didn't I? Because I thought that was a group and I should have been rolling double dice. I think we get another shot with these guys. And we need 5, so 3 wounds. So basically, whatever value you have on the stat line, you double it for the number of bases in that company. If they're grouped together. So I just remember, even though they look like they're close together, that's 2 separate companies. Because I was really going for the maneuverability. If we let them come close, we might have a shot at short range. And then we move back. Let's keep a few more long range shots. So let's go back. We don't need to change facing. We're going to go back 2 base widths. That means I probably need to roll a mishap. Did I roll a mishap did I roll that as a group? I think I did. I think I did. So basically I can give that to the command. He's in command range of everyone. Yes, he is. So I can basically move the entire Elven force. Wizard. Yeah, he's already done his casting. These just need to... Yeah, I think we're good there. Take another dice out of the bag. Red, obviously, chaos. I think this is it. So, move forward at full speed. Sworn men. Move forward is 2. Take your health with you. Beastman, move forward was 3. Yeah, we're going to do it this time. Actually, let's just go back a moment. I think there's one more back. You should be in line. Let's have the wizard cast blink. Because I don't think I'll have to read the book. Does it use up my unit's action? So can they charge? Blink cells can be used to teleport a single friendly unit or an enemy unit, indicating by the direction of the movement within 5 base widths is teleported 1d3 plus 1. If I'm casting it at 2, I roll 2d6 and I just need 1 4+ to make it go off. It counts as charging if I blink them into combat. I don't think it really matters. So yeah, let's go back to what we were doing. 2, 2, because they're going to be in base widths. These are going to go 1 forward, because they're slightly faster. And potentially, if I roll a 3 or a 2, we get charged into range. So I'm still doing the commander at the moment. These guys sort of want a wheel. And they were spitting demons, movement 4. So we'll do a bit of a wheel. So iki. Like that. So that's 1, 2, 3. And a bit of a wheel. But again, still range 2, so they're not even close. Just getting a bit impetuous. The leader wants to keep everyone in command range. So they should be. So go up. And then everyone's in 3. I think we're good. Another dice, which doesn't really matter. It's probably going to be chaos. It is chaos, so we'll do the wizard and we'll try the spell. So 2 dice needing a 4+. We've got a 4+. 1d3 plus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. So we blink those guys. I think we're going to go 1d3. It goes in, you just keep going in the same direction, I believe. So straightforward. So I think that's 1 locked with him and 1 locked with the wizard, which was unfortunate. I think it needed to be for the wizard to shoot. Don't want to lose the wizard so soon. So we have some people in combat there. Furious charge counts as charging. This could be terrible. And the wizard will move up as well. And he's got 4 base widths, so he can go behind. There. Then we draw another dice from the bag. And again, it's chaos, so it's the captain. And they are just cultists. They move 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this man, 1, 2, 3, and she stays with that unit. That is everybody moved. Leaders can rally units as well, so, and again, I think that is instead of moving. So if I had a spare captain around here, it could have been shouting at the beastmen to say, heal yourselves, pull your arrows out. 99% sure that's the option. Don't think it is just a free. And it's just the range that they can do that action phase. Character actions. Rally. A warlord, including mage lords and captains, may attempt to rally a single unit within their... Characters attached to units may not rally in the same turn that their host's unit moves. Yeah, I'm going to ask that. Are they freer to do things if they're not attached? Seems so. So that is Fantastic Battles. I'm feeling like I might split this into 2 videos. So let's just do the mishap phase. Oops, I knew I was going to pick up that dice. So, not a mishap. The enemy traversing round. So, red for chaos, white for elves. Chaos wins again, but only by 1. So their traversing goes up to 3. And we go on to turn 3. So I'm going to try that. Something new. Halfway through the game. What do you think of the rolling tactics? Or what do you think of the blink spell? What do you think of the game so far? What do you think of the micro scale? Because this feels like a board game. It's literally 16 inches across. Technically, it's a bit weird. The scenarios come in mentioning 500 points, but then it goes into having a bigger game at 750 points as the sort of recommended. So I'm liking this small one, but I would like to see more fantastic beasts, the giants and dragons and such. And I feel a bit more inclined to add those into this game than I do into, say, Dragon Rampant. But I think, it's just it seems like a nice game. Plays quite well, quite neat. So I don't like videos going into an hour, so I am going to break it up and try a 2-video method. So thank you for watching so far. Let me know if there's anything I can improve, and thank you so much for watching. Max Dice Sales playing Fantastic Battles by Nic Wright from Irregular Wars. And don't let the fantasy put you off, because I have seen people use sci-fi models. There's nothing saying that a shooting unit isn't a sci-fi shooting unit, or the dragon isn't a tank rather than a beast. So I have seen someone do UFOs, but let's leave it there. Max Dice Sales, goodbye.